In this last video, we'll be looking at how to find the sum of the first n terms of an arithmetic series. The formula here tells us that the sum of the first n terms, s sub n, can be found using n times a sub 1 plus a sub n divided by 2. What this means for us is that in order to find this sum, all we need to know is the first term and the nth term. We don't need to know every term in between. So let's look at an example. Find the indicated sum for the arithmetic series. So we want to find the sum of the first 12 terms for this series that goes 6 plus 10 plus 14 plus 18, and so on. Well, right away, we can know we need to find a sub 12 in order to answer this question. So to find a sub 12, we're going to need to have the general rule for this series. Fortunately, we have some terms, so we can find our common difference relatively easily. It's 4, which means we can know that our rule for the series, a sub n, is just a sub 1, which is 6, plus 4 times n minus 1. Specifically, we're looking for a sub 12, so we'll do 6 plus 4 times 12 minus 1. 12 minus 1 is 11. So we are really doing 6 plus 4 times 11. 4 times 11 is 44, plus 6 is 50. So a sub 12 is 50. Now we can go ahead and fill in our formula, which says that to find s sub 12, we have to do n, which is 12, times a sub 1, which is 6, plus a sub n, which is just found to be 50, over 2. And you can put this into your calculator, or we can simplify it out. 6 plus 50 is 56, divided by 2 is 28, so 12 times 28. And put that into your calculator, and our sum comes out to 336. Another example that might look more complicated but is actually easier because we already have the rule to find any term. In this case, we are asked to find the sum of the first 15 terms, right, from 1 to 15. So we need to find a sub 1 first of all, which we find by just plugging in 1 for k. So it's going to be 2 plus 5 times 1 minus 1. Well, 1 minus 1 is 0, and 5 times 0 is 0. So a sub 1 is just 2. And then we also have to know a sub 15, which is going to be 2 plus 5 times 15 minus 1. Well, 15 minus 1 is 14, so 5 times 14. 5 times 14 is 70, plus 2 is 72. So now we have the first and last term in our partial sum, which means we can go ahead to our formula. S sub 15 is going to be n, which is 15, times a sub 1, which is 2, plus a sub 15, which is 72, divided by 2. 2 plus 72 is 74, divided by 2 is 37, so we get 15 times 37. Put that into your calculator and you get that the partial sum of the first 15 terms is 555.